Most people think dopamine is the chemical of happiness, but that is not exactly true. Dopamine is not simply about feeling good, it is about wanting. It is about chasing. It is the signal inside your brain that says, go get this. Check again. One more video. One more bite. One more notification. One more level. Dopamine helps you move toward rewards, learn from experience, and stay motivated. Without dopamine, you would not have the drive to pursue goals, eat food, build relationships, learn skills, or improve your life. So dopamine itself is not bad. The problem begins when modern life gives your brain rewards that are too fast, too easy, and too frequent. You open your phone and within seconds, something stimulates you. A funny video, a beautiful face, a shocking headline, a dramatic argument, a message, a like, a game reward, a shopping discount. Your brain receives tiny hits of stimulation again and again without effort, without waiting, and without real progress. This is what people often call dirty dopamine. It does not mean dopamine is dirty. It means the reward is cheap. It arrives quickly, but it does not make your life better. It gives stimulation without growth. It gives excitement without meaning. It gives relief without solving the real problem. And slowly, your brain learns a dangerous lesson. Why work hard for a slow reward when easy rewards are everywhere? This is why you can feel tired but still scroll, full but still eat, bored but unable to stop checking your phone. You are not always choosing pleasure. Sometimes your brain is simply following the easiest reward path it has been trained to follow. Imagine Finn wants to work on an important project. He opens his laptop and tells himself, I will start now. But before starting, he checks his phone for just 1 minute. One short video becomes 5, 5 becomes 20. Then he checks messages. Then he opens another app. Then he watches something funny, something dramatic, something useful, something emotional. 30 minutes pass. Now he returns to the laptop, but the project feels heavy, slow, and boring. The problem is not that the project is meaningless. The problem is that his brain has already been flooded with fast stimulation. Real work feels slow because real work gives rewards later. Studying gives rewards later. Exercise gives rewards later. Building a business gives rewards later. Writing content gives rewards later. Learning a difficult skill gives rewards later. But cheap dopamine gives rewards now. This is why it becomes addictive. The brain loves rewards, but it loves unpredictable rewards even more. Scrolling is powerful because you never know what the next video will be. Maybe it will be boring. Maybe it will be funny. Maybe it will be shocking. Maybe it will be useful. Maybe it will be exactly what you want. This uncertainty keeps you pulling the lever again and again, almost like a slot machine. You are not only addicted to the reward, you are addicted to the possibility of the next reward. That is why you keep scrolling even when you are not enjoying it anymore. Your brain is not saying, I am happy, it is saying, maybe the next one will be better. Over time, this trains your brain to crave novelty, speed, and intensity. Normal life starts to feel too quiet. Deep work feels too slow. Reading feels too plain. Real conversations feel less exciting than endless digital stimulation. The more your brain receives cheap rewards, the harder it becomes to enjoy slow rewards. We are easy to addict because dirty dopamine is not only about pleasure. It is also about escape. Many people do not scroll because they are truly happy while scrolling. They scroll because they are bored, stressed, lonely, anxious, tired, or afraid to start something difficult. The phone becomes a small door they can open anytime real life feels uncomfortable. If Finn is stressed by a deadline, he may open social media to feel quick relief. If he feels lonely, he may watch videos or check notifications to feel connected. If he feels uncertain about his future, he may search for motivational content instead of doing the hard work. If he feels empty, he may buy something online to feel a short moment of control. The habit is not always, I want pleasure. Sometimes the habit is, I do not want to feel this discomfort. That is why the loop becomes so strong. First you feel uncomfortable. Then you seek quick relief. The relief gives you stimulation. After that you feel guilty, tired, distracted, or disappointed in yourself. That creates even more discomfort. Then your brain looks for relief again. Stress leads to scrolling. Scrolling leads to guilt. Guilt leads to more stress. Then stress leads to more scrolling. This loop can happen with short videos, gaming, sugar, porn, shopping, gambling, drama, and constant notifications. The object is different, but the mechanism is similar. Your brain learns that discomfort should be escaped immediately. But success usually requires discomfort. Working out is uncomfortable. Learning is uncomfortable. Building something is uncomfortable. Saving money is uncomfortable. Having difficult conversations is uncomfortable. Creating content is uncomfortable. If your brain is trained to escape discomfort instantly, long-term goals become much harder. Dirty dopamine does not only steal your time, it weakens your ability to stay with difficulty long enough to grow. The goal is not to destroy dopamine. You cannot live without dopamine. The goal is to make dopamine clean again. Clean dopamine comes from rewards connected to effort, meaning, and real progress. But before you can rebuild your attention, you need to understand your triggers. Do you scroll when you are bored? When you are stressed? When you are lonely? When work becomes difficult? When you do not know what to do next? Do not only ask, what am I addicted to? Ask, what feeling am I trying to avoid? That question is important because if you do not understand the emotion behind the habit, you will only fight the surface. The second step is to create friction. Do not rely only on willpower, because willpower becomes weak when you are tired. Make the bad habit slightly harder. Move distracting apps away from your home screen. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Keep your phone outside the bedroom. Do not bring your phone into the toilet. Use grayscale mode. Log out of addictive platforms. Set app limits. Put your game controller away after use. Do not keep junk food on your desk. The point is simple. If the reward is easy, your tired brain will choose it. The third step is to replace, not just remove. If you remove scrolling but leave emptiness, your brain will resist. Replace 10 minutes of scrolling with a short walk. Replace late-night phone use with reading. Replace stress eating with water, journaling, or stretching. Replace passive watching with creating something small. Your brain needs another path. You are not just quitting a habit. You are teaching your brain a new way to handle discomfort. One of the best ways to recover from dirty dopamine is to earn your dopamine again. Do the hard thing first, then enjoy the reward. Work for 30 minutes, then watch something. Exercise first, then relax. Finish one important task, then check your phone. Write 300 words, then open social media. Clean your room for 10 minutes, then play a game. This trains your brain to connect reward with effort again. At first, it will feel uncomfortable because your brain is used to getting stimulation without payment. But that discomfort is part of the recovery. Another powerful practice is training boredom. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is where your attention heals. Try sitting without your phone for 5 minutes. Walk without music. Eat without a screen. Wait in line without checking notifications. Let your mind become quiet again. At first, silence may feel painful because your brain expects constant stimulation. But after a while, your attention becomes more stable. Your thoughts become clearer. Your motivation slowly returns. Then you need to build more sources of clean dopamine. Exercise, deep work, learning, cooking, reading, creating, talking to real people. Finishing tasks. Sleeping well. Walking outside. These rewards are slower, but they make you stronger. Dirty dopamine makes you chase. Clean dopamine helps you build. Dirty dopamine gives you stimulation now and regret later. Clean dopamine gives you effort now and self-respect later. The goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to stop letting cheap rewards control your attention, because your attention is your life. Whatever controls your attention controls your thoughts. Whatever controls your thoughts controls your actions. And whatever controls your actions controls your future. Dirty dopamine makes you consume your life. Clean dopamine helps you create it.